For 6 days of the week, Brum the little car lives quietly in the motor museum and doesn't make a sound. But on the 7th day, Brum comes to life and likes to go exploring. Brum at the seaside. It was Brum's day for exploring the big town. He was brum, brumming his way past a row of shops, when what do you think he saw? He saw Mr. Shipley, the butcher, running out of his shop with a long string of sausages. He handed them to Mrs. Shipley, who put them in a big box in the back of the butcher's van.
"I won't need my apron today,"
said Mr. Shipley.
"but I think I'll keep my straw hat on."
A girl came out of the shop carrying what looked like a grill pan on legs. "Has anyone packed the sun cream?" she called. Joe, her little brother, ran behind with a fishing net on a long stick. "I'm going to catch our lunch," he said. "Catch lunch?" thought Brum. What a very strange idea. A pair of twins staggered out of the shop carrying a large picnic basket. "I hope there won't be any wasps," said Tom, "because they sting," said Tim. "Well done, Tom and Tim," said their dad. "I think that's everything. Come on, Grandma, hop into the van and I'll shut up the shop." Brum watched as an old lady appeared with a huge bundle of knitting. "Well, we're going to the right place," she said. "This jumper's just like an octopus. I'm sure I'm knitting too many arms." Brum blinked his headlights as he watched the strange mixture of things going into the van. "Where can they all be going?" thought Brum. The family were all sitting in the front of the van. The back doors were still open, and there was lots of space left. Brum's starting handle spun round and round. He wanted to go too. "After all, it is my day for exploring," he told himself. And then, what do you think happened? Brum brummed up the ramp of the butcher's van and hid himself behind a big bag of charcoal. Mr. Shipley closed the big doors, and they were off. In the front, Brum could hear the children getting very excited. "I bet I see it," said Tom. "Before you do," said Tim. "See what?" wondered Brum, but he didn't have long to wait. cried the girl. There's no need to shout like that, Sally, said her grandma. You made me drop a stitch. But we can see the sea, shouted the twins. The sea! Brum had to stop himself hooting his horn. He had never seen the sea. Before long, Brum felt the van stopping on something soft. The doors were opened, and he blinked in the strong sunshine. Daddy, it's Brum! What a lovely surprise! Cried the children when they saw him.
It's nothing to do with me,
Said their dad.
Come on, Brum, down you come. We need to get the picnic ready.
Let's go and explore, said Sally. Well, don't get lost, said their mother. Brum helped Mr. and Mrs. Shipley unpack the van and watched carefully as they lit the barbecue. Soon the sausages were making a nice sizzling noise. All this trouble just for lunch, said Grandma. What's wrong with a nice egg sandwich? But Brum had never seen a barbecue before, and he thought it was very exciting. When the children came back, they had all found things on the beach. I'm going to make these shells into a necklace, said Sally. Look! Buried treasure, said Joe, holding out a coin. When you press the big bubbles in this seaweed, it goes, said Tom. Pop, said Tim. Then they sat down to eat their lunch. There were sausages and hamburgers, crisps and lemonade, and great big slices of chocolate cake for pudding. While the family was eating, Brum decided to go down and look at the sea. He had never seen so much water before. Where did it end? Then the children began playing with a beach ball. Joe threw it so hard they thought it might land in the sea. Brum quickly opened one of his doors and managed to save the ball just in time. Well done, shouted Joe. Join in, Brum. It will be much more fun if you play. I'm still hungry, said Sally. Let's see if there's any food left. Come on, Brum. You're always eating, said their grandma. You must have hollow legs. It's a good job I brought some nice sliced bread. I can make some toast for us all. She tucked her knitting under her arm and went to put the bread on the barbecue. And then, what do you think happened? Grandma's knitting dangled over the barbecue, and one of the arms touched the red-hot charcoal. Look out! Shouted the twins as the flames shot up. Your knitting's on fire! Brum whizzed up and stopped right in front of the barbecue. Then he squirted a jet of water from his windscreen all over the knitting. Thank you, Brum, but my knitting's all soggy now, said Grandma, holding it up. Brum, you certainly saved the day, said Mrs. Shipley.
It was time to go. This time, Brum didn't have to hide in the back of the van. Everybody knew he was there, and they chatted to him as they drove back to town.
Would you like me to knit you some seat covers?
Asked Grandma when they reached the shop. But Brum didn't hear. He had already shaken the sand off his tyres and was brumming happily all the way home.